Today, I would be talking to you on the concept of accelerated spiritual growth for a person. For this, I will make use of the example of a water tank to explain you the concept. Imagine yourself, there is a huge water tank that contains 10 million liters of water or 1 crore liters of water. It has an outlet, it has got an inlet. Imagine, assume 1,000 liters are getting drained out every day, and the same quantity of water is again getting recycled back into the water tank. Also assume both the inlet and the outlet, they are flexible, in the sense maybe they are made of, let's say, rubber material. That means if you wish, you can forcefully pump out more water also. Similarly, you can restrict the inflow of water. But as the water tank stands as of now, only 1,000 liters are getting drained out, 1,000 liters are entering the water tank every day. In such a situation, this water tank is now eternal. It will never going to be get empty. Now compare this water tank filled with water with that of stockpile of karma accumulated by a human being. That is the purpose of taking this example of water tank, to make you understand the concept in an easy way. Now the person has now come on to the, has been blessed by the divine and has been come in contact with a guru. He has started doing yoga practice. With the help of yoga practice, he has managed to increase the outflow of the water. Instead of 1,000 liters, he has managed to now pump out 2,000 liters of water per day. But so far, he has not been able to exercise any self-surrender to the guru. Only he has, with the active measure, he has managed to pump out more water. But all the 2,000 liters are now going to get recycled back into the water tank. That means that is of no use now. It's a no-go. Whereas instead of that, instead of doing the active, taking the active measure, and instead of pumping out more water out, let the 1,000 liters only flow out every day, no problem. But start exercising the self-surrender to the guru. Even a little, let's say 10%. In such a situation also, 90% of the water is going to be recycled back into the system. That means if 1,000 liters are being pumped out, 900 liters are going to enter the water tank. However, about 100 liters, a small quantity of about 100 liters is being reduced from the overall stockpile of the tank. Even at this rate, it may take a very long time, but it is guaranteed that the tank is going to be empty one day. Maybe about 100 years at this rate. Suppose the yoga practitioner has managed to exercise little more self-surrender to the guru. Let's say instead of 10%, it is now 20%. 80% of the water is still getting recycled back. But overall, instead of 100 liters, 200 liters is getting reduced from the overall stockpile. But with this, he managed to drastically bring down the timeline. Instead of 100 years, it may take him just about 50 years now to empty the entire stockpile. Now, along with the self-surrender which he is able to exercise, that is just about 20% of it, he follows the instructions given by the guru also and take active measures also, wherein instead of 1,000 liters, He now started pumping out 2000 liters. But although he has managed to started pumping out 2000 liters, 80% of it is still getting recycled back, because he is exercising only 20% of self-surrender to the Guru. But however, since he has managed to pump out 2000 liters, only 1600 liters are getting recycled back. That results in reduction of overall stockpile by 400 liters per day. Now this has profound impact on the overall timeline. Instead of 50 years, now he has managed to reduce it to about 25 years. That means reasonably in one lifetime of the individual, we can say that he will be successful in his spiritual journey. He will be able to manage to neutralize all his karma, wipe it off completely, and get free from the cycle of birth and death. So this is the general concept which I try to give you. What is important to remember is Guru is the common factor. I mean, without Guru, nothing is going to happen. The moment the process of reduction in the overall quantity of the stockpile of karma has started, it needs to get triggered by a Guru. Initially, it has to get triggered, and that's what we call it as awakening of the energy, or we call it awakening of Kundalini energy, or people use different terminology in different yoga and tantric systems. But once it is triggered, this process has to be resorted to. Without self-surrender, pure active measures are no go. The overall stockpile of karma is not going to get reduced. Although since the Guru has triggered it, marginally it may start impacting on the overall stockpile of karma, but it's a no go. The entire karma which is being neutralized is going to be recycled back into your system. Exercising self-surrender alone, yes, it will significantly start reducing the overall stockpile, but it may take prolonged time. But if you take both the measures, passive measures as well as the active measures, then the timelines are also drastically reduced, and your spiritual growth is going to sure to get accelerated. So this is the concept which I wanted to talk to you about for today. That's all for today.